The objective of this lesson is to learn everything about inserting rows and columns. And whatever I'm going to do on columns, it will apply for rows. It's the same concept. So let's start. Assume you want to insert a column after C. So what you do, you select the column after C, you right click, and then you do insert. Then you get your new column. The concept is the same for rows. So I'm going to select this row, for example, after 5, and then I get a new row by just right clicking and clicking on insert. If you want to do 2 columns, what you do, for example, after B, I select 2 columns here, I right click, and then I do insert and I get 2 columns. The same will apply for rows. So I select 2 rows and then I do right click, insert, and I get 2 new rows. If you want to insert columns that are not adjacent, what you do is the following. Let's say you want to insert a column after B and after E. So I select one column after B and one column after E. How do I select them? I select first my C column, then I press Ctrl, I keep Ctrl pressed, and then I select the other column. Then I can right click, insert. As you can see, you get 2 new columns. For rows, it's the same thing. We do one row here, press Ctrl, then we select another row here, remove the Control button, right click, insert, and then you get 2 new rows. Next thing we want to do is shortcuts. So let's assume I want to insert a column after B. I select my column here and then I do Ctrl, Shift and the plus sign on the keyboard. And if I press on the plus sign multiple times, I can get more columns. We can do the same for rows. So we'll go here, select it, Ctrl, Shift, plus, and then you get a new row. Next, let's assume that we want to insert some blanks here. So what you do is you select your data, you right click, and then you do insert. In this case, I have data at the bottom, on the right side, on the left side, etc. So Excel will want to tell me, okay, now you want to insert some data here, but do you want to push the data this way to the right, or down, or to the left, or up even? So for example, let's assume that I want to push the data to the right. I'm going to select Shift Cell Right, and then as you can see, I got some new spaces and everything shifted right. If I do the same thing and I do Shift Cell Down, as you can see, the data will go down. So now, if I selected some data here, I do copy, and I want to insert this data here. So I can come here to the cell where I want to insert my data, right click, and then I have insert copied cells. So if I click on this, again, I can either shift my cells to the right or down. We're going to go to the right for now. And as you can see, I inserted this here. Another thing I want to show you is that if I copy this and I come here and I want to insert, but I don't want to insert those. I want to insert some blank cells, but I don't have the option here. So what will I do? I will just press on the escape button on the keyboard. So this is not anymore selected. If I come here and I do insert, I can easily insert a cell.